Fix the money, fix the world. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Bill Jager, and welcome to the first video that I'm going to do on this group site, which is Fix the Money, Fix the World. First of all, I want to thank you all for joining and for taking some time to check into this site. My goal out of all this is to make you better informed, to give you some ideas of what may be happening in the next 10 years. I mean, of course, nobody really knows, but we're gonna go through this as if as if things are changing, because we know things are changing. On a monetary basis and every other kind of thing. It's changing. So, but what we could try to do is understand what's changing with money, what's changing with currencies, and what this crypto thing is all about. So let's dig in. One of our members last week asked, where can he buy Bitcoin? Just I think maybe more than Bitcoin, but let's start with Bitcoin. Okay. And it's a great question, because not everybody knows where you can go to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP or anything. So we're going to go through this real quick and real simple. There's a ton of stuff that you'll find on these websites, and there's also this group where we can interact and get things out in the open so that you can actually learn and try to take some action on. So first of all, and this is one of the first places that I really saw crypto become kind of mainstream, which is PayPal. And I think hopefully you all know what PayPal is, and maybe you have an account, maybe you don't, but PayPal is a very very common, it's very unique, sort of in between you and the banks. It's a go-between between the banks. It opens up a lot of different ways to pay, to pay peer-to-peer, and to pay vendors, pay, and even fund back into your bank. So there's a lot of connections with PayPal, and its ease of use, especially with the phone app, is why it's been so popular. Elon Musk is one of the founders of PayPal. I don't know if you knew that, but he's no longer, obviously one of the main guys there, but that is part of the history. But here is this is just the main entrance into PayPal's crypto site. Okay, well, there's actually their home site. But here in about the middle of this page, you can learn about checking out with crypto. Now, something interesting about crypto right now, at least, is the way that it's treated, is that it does create a taxable transaction. You'll see that right here. Okay, checking out with crypto is a taxable transaction. So I want you to be aware of different fees, exchange rates, and all that kind of stuff that apply. So if you have a 100% gain in crypto, PayPal is going to have to, report that to the IRS. So just be aware of that right now. It's is it going to be that way forever? I don't know. If crypto becomes the one and only monetary option, maybe that gets figured out. But for right now, crypto assets like Bitcoin are a taxable transaction. So keep that in mind. But this is you're going to see something similar in all of these sites. So I just want you to kind of see. All of them have, most of them actually have some kind of a video that explains it, which I love, because it gives you kind of a peace of mind and is very clear on how to set it up. There are at least within PayPal, there are 4 different options for. No, it still wants me to sign in. So, but I'll tell you, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. Those are the um, 4 major assets that you can buy within PayPal. Okay. So let's keep moving on. Venmo is also a very simple way to transact and invest in crypto. And again, this is, it's transaction based. So if you have a gain in crypto, you're going to, maybe pay for your coffee with it, but you're also going to possibly have a taxable event. So be careful with that. And this is interesting. I guess I don't know how many of you know this, but Venmo is actually a PayPal service. Okay, so same information exists here as does on PayPal, but there's different videos here, so maybe those will be more explanatory. In fact, here you go. Here's the 4 main assets that you can use or invest in on Venmo, and it's kind of neat because you can actually watch your balance change or grow within your Venmo account. So that's fun. So it's another useful way. It's a very easy way to get started in buying Bitcoin. Okay. Now we're going to move over into a little bit more of an exchange type asset. So you can actually go and you can buy crypto assets at exchanges. And this is they're very popular one, Etoro. You probably recognize this guy, whether you like him or don't. It's that's up to you. But this is a place where you can start to open an account. You can fund your account. You can learn about these cryptocurrencies. You can see right here. Here's a trade counter. That it's that's going through. What's interesting about eToro is that you can find the top traders, people that invest in this stuff and in and out a lot, and you can actually copy what they do. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just following along with what they do. So it's a little more socially interactive, if you will. But there's the cryptos on an app, on your desktop, wherever you like to see it. So eToro is another option. Binance Exchange is another very popular place to go. Here you can buy all kinds of different crypto assets. Gives you all kinds of different options. You can do it in different currencies. Here's the markets. Here's trading. Okay, and this is kind of a trading platform that they have. There's even derivatives of these assets. So if you're well beyond kind of an average investor, that might be of interest to you. And then there's even, we're going to talk about this later, but there's even a window here to get into NFTs, and that's really interesting because there's a lot of people that believe that this whole ecosphere is where we're going. So that's why we're talking about this here. So anyway, that's Binance.com. Okay. Another site where you can go, Crypto.com. Okay, Crypto.com is a very strong, very popular exchange for buying, trading, selling crypto assets. All right, but yes, this is an exchange. Okay, it's kind of like going to the New York Stock Exchange, but it's a little bit different because we're seeing so many of these pop up. There's not just one or two. But very strong. I'm just giving you the strongest options here. Okay. Gemini is another one. Gemini.com. it's a great place to get started. You'll see that most of these places are written about in the major publications. Um, even credit cards now are coming out where you can interact and transact with, um, with these assets. So, okay, next is now a different category, if you will. This is more of the brokers, and this is, these are kind of your standard stock and options brokers, but believe it or not, even these folks now are starting to, or have been, for a while now, um, bringing more options to the table, not just buying stocks and shares of stocks, but crypto is a big new option for everybody. So as you can see here, there are incentives to get started. Now with brokers like this, the crypto asset program is actually run by a company called Zero Hash. So if you buy crypto, if you buy Bitcoin in, for example, this is Tastyworks. If you buy crypto in Tastyworks, it's going to be held in basically a trust over at Zero Hash. So Zero Hash is the sort of the back office to all Tastyworks, Tastyworks crypto assets and crypto platforms. So, but Tastyworks is up to, I want to say, 16 different assets now that you can buy, and Bitcoin is one of those. So, and if we haven't talked about it yet, but you're curious, yes, you can buy Bitcoin, starting at, I want to say, in a broker like this, you have to still have, I think, $2,000 to set up an account. But once you're in there, your assets can be, you can start with $100. Some of these PayPal accounts can actually get started with as low as $1. So that's kind of neat. And obviously it's a very small fractions of these assets, but it can be started at a very low dollar amount. Okay. Next is Robinhood. Now, here's what's interesting about Robinhood. Similar to Tastyworks, they have the ability to offer crypto, but Robinhood is famous for introducing fractional shares, and so they've done everything from not only crypto in fractions, but they offer fractional shares of almost anything that you can buy. Okay, so if you want to buy 0.75 shares of IBM, you can do that. All right, and there are disclosures. There are certain rules that you have to abide by. There are certain platform constraints that you have to live by. But it's a really interesting program that again then starts to wrap in these transactional tools like debit cards into this whole account. So it's a huge, it's a really interesting financial ecosphere that you can look into. All right, but again, this is a broker. Here's another one, TradeStation. Okay, the TradeStation, you'll see it down here: stocks, ETFs, options, futures, options, and crypto right there. Okay, and we'll just kind of peek in on the crypto side of this, and this is where you can go to open account and get in there, earn crypto, trade it, learn about crypto. They've got lots of great assets to learn from. So TradeStation is a nice option. And now let's go a little bit further out. This is Grayscale, which is actually a trust company. If we go down here a little bit, this is a little video that explains it. But it talks about diversifying and so on. But here are products that Grayscale actually offers on stock exchanges. So a Filecoin trust, a Litecoin trust, the large cap digital fund trust, and you can see how they post their their returns on here. But in this case, you will not see really a platform where to buy it, because Grayscale is actually the product. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. I'm going to bring this in, and here you can see the Grayscale. This is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Okay, and then they also have an Ethereum trust, which is ETCG. And there's your Ethereum trust. So the trust itself has a different price than Ethereum, okay, which is attractive because not everybody wants to, deal in thousands of dollars if they want one entire, Ethereum. But again, all of this is fractional. So, so you're able to get in and do things with, small amounts of money no matter what. But there's the chart of the Ethereum trust. Okay. And then finally, let's just wrap this up. And of course, if you have questions, shout out to anybody in the room, and we'll try to I'll try to get you some answers. Or if you just want to talk about your experiences, we'd love to hear what you're up to with this stuff. So this is a blog site for myself, and it's really covering a lot of different aspects of the crypto world, and you'll see a lot of these really useful videos. I think this is something that everybody would enjoy in going into and listening to this. It takes some time, but you'll learn about why this is such an exponential change that we think is coming up. Some different links to different assets, and just some different ways to look at what this is all about. So we're just expanding on what's out there, trying to simplify it in this group, trying to engage you in and thinking differently about what could possibly happen to dollars or assets in the future. And we're going to cover different things like crypto wallets. What's the difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet? Where do you find, and why would you do it? Why would you interact with crypto in a different way other than a brokerage? So, but I've got some reviews so far that are on this on this page. There's a YouTube channel, lots of links through all this. So so here it is, and it's at millionairegigs.com. And I'll put all the links to all of these sites in the description of this video below. So until then, let's take it step by step, take it day by day, and hopefully what this will do is get you thinking, thinking about where to start to maybe put some money. Obviously don't go 100% into anything. We want you diversified, but mostly we just want you to be aware of what is out there, and what's happening with this entire digital world. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the room.